Hello and welcome to Trains and Viatic. And my screen is slightly off. I hope everyone can hear me okay. Hi Peter, hi Tom, hi Smallwood Junction. Got to get my names correct. So how is everyone today? Have you all had a good week? Hi David. Oh, that's good. So today's video is going to be in two parts. For stuff we do before Biscuits of the Week and for stuff we do the stuff we do after Biscuits of the Week, as we're going to have to prep for the second job, because for the second part of the stream we're going to be getting plastered. First part we're cutting for track and that kind of stuff and looking at a few products I have found to add to the layout. So how is everyone today? So who have I missed? Hi Cole. So how's everyone been this week? I hope everyone's good. Hi Big Red. No, we can't, Big Red. If you want to put it back out, feel free to. So, how's everyone been? Anyone been up to anything interesting? Let me press this button. So we've got a few bits to show off. Sponsoring this wonderful event for the first time as a team race, much needed fun for magnificent. Oh, well done, Big Red. Undertake as yet as a team recreate Milton Keynes Station on for the West Coast Main Line through for Messa 64. I'm looking forward to seeing it at Milton Keynes when you put all three pieces together. Posting on for 4th and 5th, where we will be showcasing early samples of oh, that sounds fun. Early samples of Aquascale. Don't miss a chance to join Peter Waterman and team for the third instalment. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the chance to see that. Robin, let me go and press that button. Add as moderator, stand moderator, save. So Robin, you can promote your channel if you want. Hi Anthony. So let's have a run through stuff I've got or bits I have had for a while. So first thing is these DCC Concept Legacy, let me do that. Legacy lights. I'm planning to use these in for the layout somewhere. They have a new LED version, so should be quite fun to use. Second one is, I got all of these for my Christmas present from the family, is this chestnut tree from Primo Models. I've never actually got them out of the box, so let's see what they're like. I have seen them at shows and always been wowed with them. So just need to work out how to get into the box. Aha. So that's a tree. Oh, that's good, Anthony. That tree looked quite good and will be planted somewhere on this layout, and that's the chestnut tree. And this one is a birch tree, which look really nice. So they'll both go on for layout somewhere. And then finally, for detailing on the edges, I got this Redet's sticky back scenery. It's a Spanish made company and it's something I used at work and really like. But this does come with a major warning. If you decide to pop down to Wales or Sheffield to buy stuff on their shop, they don't keep everything on the website in the shop, which is something which you don't find unless you really dig on the website. So I went up there specifically to get these, as I knew that Mount Model didn't stock it at the moment. It's embossed plastic. So I went up to Rouse Sheffield, asked them about it, to be told, oh, we don't have it on site. If you spend under 50 quid, you need to pay postage. Luckily, they gave me free postage because I made a bit of a moan because I travelled up there. But I just wanted people to be warned, if you do go to Rouse Sheffield, they don't have everything in stock. If you're after something in particular, go and contact them beforehand. But with that bit done, these are going to go along the edge of a track, which now bring us on to the first job before we go and get plastered, and that is to cut the track. So somewhere I picked up my nice track cutters. With me being organised, I actually know where they are. I strongly recommend I didn't know about the distribution centre. If I put a warning on the website, I would have been quite happy. So, it's the fact that the information wasn't there. So, I'm now warning everyone to just to know that it's not going to necessarily be in stock. So these are my Epsilon cutters, worth spending the money. I have so many of these about. Nice instructions on the back. So as it say, for HO track you cut it that way, or anything smaller you cut it that way. Hi, Helm Down Model Railway, good to have you there. So we know that head shunt need to be slightly longer than the double fairly. So this cut, can we actually see it? Let me move it. This cut is going to set everything else. So I'm going to cut it just here. Always wear safety goggles. And that's now our first piece of track. The idea is we're going to be working in strips. So we'll get the back strip of track cut. So that will be going up to the back like that. So that's the side I have cut. So you just go up to the track like there. And I've cut it slightly longer than I need. So cutting it there. Try to be as vertical as you can. So that will go like that. And we do have enough space for him just at the end of the layout, which you can't see. So here, making sure to wear my safety goggles, going to cut like that and like that to have nice flush track. Work out roughly where about that will be. So that's going to go like that. So we now have the first bit of track there. Ooh. So one thing you'll notice is I have two different type of tracks. I have a flat and I have a wiggly edge. Yeah, this is something I've been looking forward to doing. Been looking forward to for scenery and designing for scenery. What I will be doing is isolation quite a bit. So that's going to be a block, that's going to be a block, that's going to be a block, that's going to be a block or unoccupied, that's going to be a block, that's going to be a block, as the one of the things which will be not in for 9-hour bits is going to be setting up this layout so that it can be left to look after itself while I'm going around for shows filming everything. I am planning to come back and trim everything off nicely. So one problem I do have quite often when I'm doing this kind of stuff is I lose which end of the track I have just cut. It's always worth cutting a little bit texture at this stage. So you can make sure everything's going to fit. So that's going there like that. Now this is the rougher bit of track, so I'm going onto the, oh, I can't remember what they call it. It's not the main line narrow gauge, it's the upper narrow gauge. So again, line this up. I want that about there. Make sure to cut the correct way round. As if I go onto that, you can see that that lever V. Wrong button, sorry about that. Yeah, what point motors do you use, Big Red? I'm planning to be using the mixture of Pico, the Pico side mounted ones, as they're just easy to plonk in and hide. As if you think just here, you won't see what's happening. Just here, I can put something over it. Those two I'm going to use for Hornby houses, but with Pico motors. And here I'm not sure yet. I think it's a which ones are the PL ones? Let me go on to that and do a quick search for. Need to go over to this one. Yeah, they're exactly the ones I'm going to be using because you can hide them quite nicely. So I can put that down there. Yeah, we've got a lot of people watching today. So a little bit of overrun here. I must probably trim that down a bit so that the point motor's a bit further along. Now the point's a bit further along. That's much nicer. So just clean the end of the track. Definitely making sure to wear my safety goggles. Put a bit of a curve in and then cut that there. So that's our track layout. So the biggest loco can be stored on both sidings. He can go into the head shunt, and for the time being he can just about fit on the end of the layout, so that's quite good. So now that we've got all the track sorted, I should go and take a photo of it so I know where it all goes, or number it. Cheers. So that's all go and get put to one side for me to then go, how does this all go together? So put all this safely to one side. Clear everything off the layout. Then I know I promote them a lot, but if you want good second-hand stuff, Mount Model, he have a good double aisle, normally full of second-hand stuff at very good prices. He doesn't pay me to say stuff. It's just a good company which I like. They're in Ilkeston, and if you do visit there, make sure to say that I said how good it is. So what I'm going to do now is press everybody's favourite button. I know it's slightly early, but it's that time of the week. Biscuit of the week. What do people think it's going to be? Take your guesses, put it in chat. Let's see what people can guess. So, nice biscuit, custard cream. I've only done that one twice. Strawberry creams. Could be quite nice. Birthday cake. Oh, is it your birthday then, David? Bourbon digestives. Any other guesses? What, wafer biscuits? So this week I had inspiration from last week. Happy birthday, David. Everybody go and give David a happy birthday in chat. So, the biscuit this week is dedicated to David as it's his birthday. And it's chocolate fingers. Oh, is that upside down? Nope. So somebody suggested them last week. So these aren't going to last that long. Oh, they're not laid out nicely. These are definitely a proper Dunkin' biscuit. So as you can see, covered in chocolate, which will keep Anthony happy. So break in half, you got yummy in the middle. Yeah, someone did shape the box. Very yummy. Unfortunately, you can't just have one. So, another one. I do agree, David, prices have gone up quite a lot since COVID. And the box shifters that used to be around don't actually hold the stock that they used to. Okay, just finishing my biscuit. I'm having a quick drink. So, plastered cloth. Plastered cloth. This is the one I had around. Before I even take this out, a few things I'm going to do. I'm going to wear clothes which I don't care getting dirty. Next thing I'm going to do is move the layout to one side. Go and get a couple of black sacks. Yeah, when I was using it for work, we were getting a lot of plaster at very good prices. This is one I have had around for a very long time. So black sacks, or refuse sacks as some people call them. I think it was a 5 kilo box of plaster I was getting at work for a pretty good price. So first thing I'm doing is covering everything with plastic. You can go and buy plastic sheet for this, but best way in my opinion, considering how cheap they are, is just cover everything with black sacks, everything you worry about. Now I'm wearing clothes which I don't mind getting dirty. So put that one back down. And then I'm going to put one on the floor. as this does get quite dirty with me. So, pardon me. Does help if I cut the end off both sides. Ideal world, you would do this outside. You do it whereabouts, it doesn't matter if you make a mess. But because I'm an idiot with the camera, I want to share what I'm doing with everyone. So everything is as protected as it can be. Next thing I'm going to do is get the cloth and cut it. And you can see one of the problems, it does easily split. So next thing I'm going to do is I have these brushes. Just wherever get. That's what the corks are there about, but that's very good advice. Make sure to have your sub base all sorted. So this is roughly how I want it, and this is a completely different method to what most people do. I got a bucket of water here, I got my brush. Don't stick the water on the plaster. Get your brush in and just get the plaster damp. So I will admit I'm planning to cheat and go and do a few little spots off camera. A good little option is to use a sprayer. Yeah, just get the spray bottle and spray it. As I had days doing this at work. Just laying plaster bandages. As the scale electrics I have made for work, I've got 70 meters of track. It's on 3 levels. It got hills, it got cliffs, it got sheer drops. So it all got plastered. It all got plastered very well. So you can see that this is actually starting to take. I can't really see chat. Well, about I know I'm going to have the side of the hill hidden. I'm not too worried. So you can see I'm barely using any water. And you can also see that it's starting to make the arm frame. And in places it's starting to actually set. I used to just put sheets in the water and go, hey presto, done. But I found this method, you get a lot more control. It means that you can push it down at the sides. So I'm planning to cheat with the layout. I was planning to spray paint it on stream, but I don't see that working. So this weekend there most probably isn't going to be a video for me, as I'm planning to take a little bit of time, get a nice plaster coat on this and get it all painted. Then I'll put a video out so that you don't miss any of the fun, but it also means I'm not rushing because I want the plaster job and the painting to look good. But you can see how this is just taking the shape quite naturally. So, see a big red? Trying to reach out, but my tablet's behind me. But you can see that that's now stuck. There isn't any of that big mess. The places whereabouts you want to hold it, you put a line down, come back in a few moments, and it will all be set quite nicely. So, is everyone okay if I do the airbrushing and plaster, the finished coat of plaster off stream, and then give you a quick video showing it at some point? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I have my nice airbrush, so it means I can go down into the garage, do it quite nicely, get it, make sure I'm out of the way, leave it for a while to set, come back the next day, and then it also means next Wednesday we can get on with scenery stuff. So this is going quite well. So when you're done with the water, don't flush it down the loo, throw it outside, as you are going to have some plaster residue in it no matter what you do. So you don't want to pay for a plumber to come out to clean your drains. you want to have a nice, you want to just throw it in for garden. So getting a few lumps there, so just spread it out again. So yeah, you've been watching for making trap videos done by Mega Point Controller. I've been finding that quite interesting. All for technology behind it, all for principles, the fact that it's being done so that youngsters can enjoy the hobby. I'm looking forward to seeing it at Gets. I'll be there on the Sunday because the Saturday got something on. But really looking forward to it. Looking forward to all 3 bits of making tracks to be together. Looking forward to seeing Anthony. And looking forward to meeting everyone else I meet at the show. I always enjoy meeting people at shows, and I do apologise when I forget people's names. I'm useless with names, I'm useless with faces. So we're getting very close to having this done. I'm then going to get the fine plaster, which I showed you last week. I'll get that out Saturday morning and give this a nice coat all over. So you can see just doing that. We got our tracks up road bed underneath here. I want this to be quite run down, unloved. I want this to look like it's just started to get back on its feet again. A well-used yard. So around for our bed, just running my finger. When I started doing for plastering at work, I was coming home in a real state. Now it's a case of I got this technique and it works quite nicely. As you'll notice just here whereabouts I got the little change in level, you don't see it. That's already nicely set. That's nicely set, so I'm quite happy with that. So with that done, No, if I do this, no show video on Saturday. Hopefully Sunday I'll put out a quick video of the next stage of this. Then Wednesday we can start actually get the scenery stuff down. If people have any questions, just ask. I'm going to end it here so that I can clear everything up and not make a mess. As you can see, my hands are pretty clean. I haven't made too much of a mess. And the mess I do have is all in the plastic bag, so I can easily clear it. So thank you everybody. I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much, Richard.